The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round. All right, buckle up. We sound good. So this video is kind of like technology and cars are just going a little bit too far, just a little too much. Before we start this video, I got this magazine from a classic car insurance that I have. They send it to me every month. Once in a while, I actually read it. This time I did. This article starts off. I'm just going to read the title. It goes, "The software driving today's vehicles could turn them into junk tomorrow. Planned obsolescence." Now, let's get cooking. Just to kind of set the tone.
Somebody told the car companies that not all of us want the fancy computers in the dash and want super basic options to just have a normal dashboard.
100%. I was looking at the new Expeditions, the new 2025 Expeditions, and the interior of that thing looks like the cockpit of something out of SpaceX. The dashboard is this really long, giant screen with all the speedometer and everything. No gauges. It's all LED screen. Some weird-looking steering wheel that looks like a sloth, and the buttons aren't actually like physical buttons. They're like some option-changing toggle where you change what the button does based on what it shows on the screen. As if that's not distracting. Give me back my real buttons, okay? So on my Expedition, as I've said in other videos, I have...
Actually, it's got a point. Teslas are cool. I don't want to say new cars are shit. I do like some of the new cars. Like, I don't mind having, a map, a digital map pop up. Like, that's kind of cool. I don't want to say it's all shit. But when it comes to, that kind of Tesla, I don't know if you've ever been in a Tesla. But when you're in a Tesla, it almost seems there's no buttons anywhere. It's almost like every car company's kind of taking that model and kind of going to the extreme with it, right? But when you're in a Tesla, when there's no buttons or anything anywhere, it almost feels kind of half-ass. It feels like one butt cheek. If that makes any sense. And I'm a two butt cheek kind of guy. I'm an ass man. So it's almost like every car company's kind of doing that. And they still make base model cars, and you can buy used, believe it or not. But this magazine, this article in here, it kind of makes sense. I mean, if we're just driving around iPhones, like we both know in 10 years, this phone probably will not work. Or if it does, it won't have service. If that makes any sense. Anyways.
I have a 2017 Expedition. In my truck, yes, I've got the color screen with Apple CarPlay,
yeah, that's
and
nice,
navigation and all that kind of stuff. That's perfect. Below that, I have actual physical buttons and knobs for the radio and for the air conditioning system and all that kind of stuff, because that's what makes sense. Sure, I've got some options on the screen where I can change a lot of that on the screen, but I still have my physical buttons below it because half my dashboard isn't a friggin' screen. Now, in my gauge cluster, where my speedometer and all that is, yes, I've got two really small LCD screens that give me options that are very easily viewable. They're not distracting.
Okay, to be fair, they've been doing digital dashes since the late 80s. I think the Buick Riviera was the first car to have a digital dash. I could be wrong. Actually, we can look that up real quick. I'm actually curious about this. What was the first car to have a digital dash? That's what I want to know. The first car with the fully digital dashboard was the 1976 Aston Martin. Oh, wow. That's crazy. The Cadillac Seville. I got an Eldorado, which is on the shirt. Thanks to everybody who bought a Caddy Daddy shirt. Got those in the mail. Link down below. Okay. So I don't know where I got the Buick Riviera from. But 76, so digital dash has been around. Digital dash really isn't the problem. Those are like real basic computers. I'm talking about having giant iPhones across your screen with internet access and needing updates. That's what I'm talking about. Those old digital dashes, they're fine. They don't need a fucking software update to keep working. That's kind of where I'm going with that.
And allows me to drive and still do whatever functions I want to do. It doesn't look like a frickin' spaceship cockpit. It doesn't look like something that's about to go to the International Space Station.
People like
Can
space.
we please stop with this? The thing is, a lot of these new cars are being built where all these fancy pants features are coming as standard equipment, and yet we're charging out the ass on the cost of these cars. Can we please stop doing this? If we're going to put all this extra crap in it and call it standard, make it a luxury brand. Come out with a model that isn't so fancy.
I mean, there still are car companies doing it, like Nissan, Honda, but even like the new Hondas. But I'm sure there are still base model cars. But it does seem as if everything is, everything lately, anything really new, 2025, 2024, they do have those big fucking screens. It's a bit much. Like, I already live on a screen. Like, I'm already constantly, anywhere you go, it's like you either have this or you're looking at another screen. You're driving, you're looking at a screen. Eating food, screen. Ordering food, on a fucking screen. Everything. All of it. It's a bit much.
There are a lot of people out there, they don't want fancy, they want affordable, okay? Let's go back to building regular cars. We don't need everything to be a massive SUV or a massive truck. I mean, if you want to buy that, cool. But we need to have these cheaper options out there. Bring back the Ford Focus, the Ford Fusion, things like that. Some of these other brands have got it, like Mazda. You can go get a Mazda 3. Little compact car.
Yeah, I think we get the point. Let's go over to the comments. I'll leave the rest of the dude's video down below. But that's back to like the planned obsolescence. They can't make money if they just keep building 2003 Toyota Corollas that are going to last forever. Like, where's the money in that? This one goes, or get rid of the stop start the auto start stop feature. I hate that. Never had a car like that, but I've been in cars with the auto stop on it. Forget it. Lane departure assistance, 28 airbags, 12 USB outlets, navigation. We all have iPhones now. Memory seats. Ain't nobody else driving my car. Yeah, a lot of it's just extra bells and whistles that you do not need. Bring back switches and knobs. Oh, I'm a big switch and knob guy. Give me roll-up windows and a stereo, and I'm set. But that's too practical. It's too practical. But you could still go get a 2015. They still make them. They just got to go used. They're not that old. But people weren't buying them. So it's like if it wasn't selling, I was with even my current my girlfriend right now, my lady, the love of my life, just in case she watches this. I love you. She was like, I really want Apple CarPlay. She's got a 10-year-old Jeep with roll-up windows and shit. It's a manual. She's more manly than me. She drives a stick shift, literally. And so I went out and we went and got her a radio. And we could have got her the Apple CarPlay one, but it was like $1,000. And I was like, do you really need a computer here? She's like, no, I just want to be able to do Bluetooth. And I was like, okay, let's go with the $400 radio. I felt like I was in 2007 putting in a car radio. It's kind of cool. And then I put one in my car too. Here we go. Base models are a thing for a reason. Yeah, they still exist, but just a lot of car brands are kind of ditching them. I miss my Ford Ranger. Manual seats, windows, transmission. Can't get anything basic like that anymore. You just get to get you from A to B. No bells and whistles, just transportation. You can still buy a 2005 Ford Ranger. They're out there. I'm just kidding, but they're not making them is what they're saying. All right. Everything needs to go back. 1990s Hondas or Toyotas were leading the way for sedans. Jeep Cherokee and Ford Explorers for SUVs. Yeah, they were basic, but they were efficient. All right. I got a car without the side mirror warning because I realized that I was changing lanes without even looking. I was missing a lot. I forget where I was, but recently I was in a car. I forget whose car it was, but it had jerked him. I think it was my uncle. It was in a Tesla. That's what it was. And all of a sudden we kind of jerked. And I was like, what the fuck was that? And he was like, oh, the Tesla thought that this person was about to cut me off. I was like, what? Holy shit. They're like, you want to drive it? I was like, I don't know, man. Whenever the touchscreen goes in my car, I take out the environmental controls and the radio. Very annoying. What? All right. I think everybody in here kind of agrees with it. Wait, this one goes, cop. A cop goes, "Do you know how fast you were going?" Me, "No, sir. My speedometer is an LED screen, and the screen blew out, so I really don't know how fast I am going or how much gas I have." Anyways, you guys leave your thoughts. I really do believe it's kind of like a I want to say it's like planned obsolescence, but at the same time, it's kind of just this is what a lot of people want. A lot of people want this. Like one of my good friends just bought a new Escalade, Cadillac Escalade, and we got in it, and they were so stoked on the whole screen being a fucking TV, like just a long. They were so hyped on it. I think some people really are like just geeky about the new shit. I really do. And usually those people are the ones spending the money. And then somebody like me, I'm buying a fucking 40-year-old car, or I got a 2007 that's my daily driver, right? So I'm not the one that they're really catering to. Although I guess they could cater to us because they built the car that was $22,000 and it didn't have any of that stuff, but it was a dope, reliable car, then maybe all of us would buy them. Anyways, you guys leave your thoughts. Shout out to everybody who bought a shirt. Also, if you wanted to invest in yourselves and go real old school, start investing in yourself in some physical gold instead of just digital currency. Got a link down below for that. Kind of like subscription based. They mail you the gold every month to your mailbox. Mailbox gold, dollar cost averaging. Atlas Bullion, link down below. Invest in yourselves, and then stack up enough gold. Then maybe you'll have $70,000 to drive a iPhone on wheels. Solid talk. Unreal.